Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a topic that can feel super overwhelming for so many of us: getting your finances in order. You hear things like budgeting, investing, 401k, and your brain just shuts down, right? I've been there. But here's the good news: starting is way simpler than you think. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the absolute first steps to take control of your money. No complicated jargon, just simple, actionable advice. Let's do this. First things first, you need to know where your money is going. It sounds obvious, but most of us are just guessing. We need to move from guessing to knowing. This is the foundation of all financial literacy. So for the next 30 days, I want you to track every single penny you spend. Yes, every coffee, every subscription, every late night snack. You can use a simple notebook, a spreadsheet, or an app like Mint or YNAB. Don't judge yourself. Don't change your habits yet. The only goal here is to gather data. Think of yourself as a detective on a mission to uncover your own spending mysteries. At the end of the month, we're going to turn this raw data into a simple chart, maybe a pie chart, showing exactly where your money went. This visual is powerful. You might see 5% went to coffee, 30% to rent, and maybe a surprising 15% to online shopping. This isn't about feeling guilty. It's about gaining clarity. This is your personal financial map. Okay, detective, you've got your data. Now what? It's time to create your very first, super simple budget. Forget those complicated spreadsheets with 100 categories. We're going to use the 50-30-20th rule. It's a fantastic starting point. Here's how it works. You take your after-tax income, that's the money that actually hits your bank account, and you divide it. 50% goes to your needs. These are the absolute must-haves: rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation to work, and insurance. Next, 30% goes to your wants. This is the fun stuff: dining out, hobbies, streaming services, new clothes, vacations. Everything that makes life enjoyable but isn't essential for survival. Finally, the most important part, 20% goes to savings and debt repayment. This includes building an emergency fund, paying off credit card debt, and saving for long-term goals like retirement. Let's use an example. Say your take-home pay is $3,000 a month. According to the 50-30-20th rule, you'd aim for $1,500 for needs, $900 for wants, and $600 for savings and debt. Now, look at the spending chart you created in step 1. How does it compare? Maybe you're spending 60% on needs and only 10% on savings. That's okay. This isn't about being perfect overnight. It's about identifying where you can make small adjustments. Maybe you can cancel a subscription you don't use, or pack lunch a couple of times a week. Small changes add up to big results over time. The goal is to gently guide your spending towards that 50-30-20 target. It's your financial North Star. Now let's talk about that 20% for savings and debt, because this is where you build real financial security. Your absolute top priority here is creating an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable. Cars break down, jobs can be lost, medical emergencies happen. An emergency fund is your financial safety net. It's the cash you have set aside specifically for these unexpected, oh no moments. The goal is to save up 3 to 6 months worth of essential living expenses. Look at your needs category from your budget. That's the number you'll use. If your essential monthly expenses are $1,500, you're aiming for an emergency fund of at least $4,500. Keep this money in a separate high-yield savings account. Don't mix it with your everyday checking account. It needs to be easily accessible, but not so easy that you're tempted to dip into it for a new pair of shoes. This fund isn't for investing. It's for peace of mind. Once you're consistently contributing to your emergency fund, it's time to tackle high-interest debt. I'm talking about things like credit card debt, which often has interest rates of 20% or even higher. This kind of debt is like running on a treadmill with the incline cranked all the way up. You're working hard, but you're barely moving forward because the interest keeps piling on. There are two popular methods for paying off debt: the avalanche method and the snowball method. With the avalanche method, you focus on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, while making minimum payments on everything else. Mathematically, this saves you the most money in interest over time. However, some people prefer the snowball method, where you focus on paying off the smallest debt first, regardless of the interest rate. The win of clearing a debt completely gives you a psychological boost and momentum to keep going. Look at your debts, see which method motivates you more, and just start. Getting rid of high-interest debt is like giving yourself an instant guaranteed return on your money. So, let's recap the game plan. Step 1. Track your spending for 30 days to understand where your money is actually going. Create a chart to visualize it. Step 2. Create a simple budget using the 50-30-20th rule as your guide: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and debt. Step 3. Build your emergency fund. Aim for 3 to 6 months of essential living expenses in a separate savings account. Step 4. Attack high-interest debt using either the avalanche or snowball method. These 4 steps are the building blocks of a solid financial foundation. They aren't glamorous, but they are incredibly effective. As you get comfortable with these habits, your financial literacy will naturally grow. You'll start looking at financial charts not with confusion, but with understanding. You'll be able to see trends, understand interest rates, and make informed decisions. This isn't about becoming a Wall Street genius overnight. It's about building confidence, one step at a time. It's about moving from a place of financial stress to a place of financial control and freedom. Remember, your financial journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient and kind to yourself. Celebrate the small wins, like saving your first $1,000 or paying off a small debt. Every step forward is a victory. You are fully capable of doing this, and starting today is the best gift you can give your future self. If you're ever feeling overwhelmed or your financial situation is causing significant distress, please consider talking to a nonprofit credit counselor or a qualified financial advisor. They can provide personalized guidance and support. There's no shame in asking for help. It's a sign of strength. Your mental and financial well-being are deeply connected. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this broke it down in a way that feels manageable and even a little exciting. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more simple financial tips. Let me know in the comments which step you're going to start with first. I'd love to hear from you. See you in the next video.